Hello folks, Richard Johnson here, welcome to War Thunder. This is Operation Pearl Harbor and we are defending with only Kitty Hawks. Well, nearly only Kitty Hawks. Against the Japanese Royal Emperor Air Force. I have no idea what to call the Air Force, but still, we are going to defend Pearl Harbor against the Japs. And I'm not gonna bother taking down those AI planes, since the real wave comes over here. Loads of Kitty Hawks. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 Kitty Hawks and 236 Hawks and one Catalina. Yeah, one pontoon bomber, boat bomber. I have no idea why, but one of the Kitty Hawks carries a bomb. And in the chat you can see that the team is doing well. They are communicating. This, all of them are understanding. I believe all of them are understanding that you should not hit the lead bomber, the plane in the lead of the pack, since if he dies, everyone just split up and fly away in a not enough formation. But many of you, or maybe most of you, or maybe all of you who are watching this now, it's just very interesting of how it went for me when I did my pilot testing, on the for the Swedish Airforce. And as soon as I put up some fire on this plane. Ooh, damn. There. The testing went well. I did what's called as a DMT test. You are seeing in a very short amount of time some pictures just flashing up in front of you, and you are going to describe what you see, how old are the persons that you're seeing, what are they doing, how are they feeling, and all that. And I described nearly all of the pictures. They didn't show me everyone since there are lots of them, but I described all of the pictures, what I saw and how they were feeling, how old they were and all that. But apparently I missed some details in some of these pictures, since some of these pictures was of a boy sitting at the table with a violin in front of him. All of a sudden, in one of those pictures, the violin became an AK-47 or just an AK. I didn't notice that small detail, since all the pictures were in sepia or black and white, so you didn't have like much to go for, and you didn't know where in the picture everything was going to change, and it was happening so fast. So yeah, many factors to blame. So since I didn't notice that small detail, they couldn't, even if they wanted to, they couldn't let me proceed. So, but this, I didn't know this, that I failed the DMT test when I was interviewing, was getting interviewed by the officers afterwards. So the officers that was interviewing me, and I thought that the interview was getting very good. I answered all the questions, and they apparently liked me. They wanted me to continue, and yeah, you get the deal. But then they said, alright, a woman, a psychologist will be with you soon, and she, I notice now, they are talking about the woman, she will interview you some more, and from there on we will be talking with you again perhaps. so they didn't know I failed the DMT test. According to them, I succeeded. So the interview, so to say, went good. I did great on the interview. I answered the questions as I should, so to say. But then the psychologist that was interviewing me, or that did the DMT test with me in the first place, came out, said, follow me into his room, and sat me down and said, you failed the DMT test due to you were not. He didn't say why I failed it, because that would be revealing of how the DMT test work. But I understand, and I just know how I failed it. So yeah, he told me that, and that this far that I have come is around 2 to 4% of all of those that are searching for becoming a pilot. So of everyone that is doing the applying and asking, and assigning to become a pilot and doing tests, only 2 to 4% of all those in 1 year and so on comes this far as I have done. And sure, you can say that afterwards, just like a compliment, like a girl is breaking up with you, you're breaking up with a girl. It's like, it's not you, it's me. Like, don't get hung up on this now. But so yeah, I failed the test, but they said you're more than welcome to come back and do the test again. But this DMT test has like a time limit. You can't do this test again earlier than 2.5 years. Yeah, that sounds arousing. Hooray for that, so to say. So the interview went well. All the complex computer tests that I did earlier for 1 year ago, those that I succeeded went well. My strength and stamina tests, my health test, my vision, my sight and hearing test, all of those that I have completed or accomplished or passed, or so to say, I might have to redo all of that in 2.5. Well, it would be 3 years, since there's no earlier time to do it than the time that I did it now, so it will be 3 years from now. So in 3 years I have to redo everything. Damn you, Swedish Airforce! Or damn you, psychologist, for making me feel like, couldn't you just... Yeah, alright, you passed the test, so I'm gonna let you through. But yeah, I understand why they have this 2.5, 3 years ban, or so to say, on this test, since they don't want you to remember anything. They don't want you to do the tests with a little preparation in beforehand, because that could either make you fail the test even more, or the test wouldn't like kind of work on you. Then you know the test, you know what to look for and all that. So this is for one that is unprepared and have no idea. All he said is I'm going to show you some pictures. You are going to describe for me the age, the sex on them. So if it's a male, a woman, or just a person, the age, and the state of mind. So if they are happy, they are sad, or if you can't describe them, just write a 0 or a question mark. So yeah, that is what all I had. Then I sat down with like a visor around my eyes, like a binocular, so to say. Was looking down in a projector, and all of a sudden a picture flashed. Only hundreds of a seconds or thousands of a second. You weren't prepared for it. So the first picture, it was just black for me with some white markings in the middle. So I was like, okay. Well, I saw 2 white shapes, probably two peoples, male, woman, don't know age of them. They were kind of big. I would say between 20 and 40. State of mind, no idea. Yeah, that was the first picture. So it only went better from that, so to say. But yeah, so that was my experience with the Swedish Airforce testing that I've been doing now this Wednesday, Thursday. Well, I did that Thursday, but I went on Wednesday. And I have a funny thing to tell you about the Stockholm peoples. Uh, you know that different people from all around the world is behaving differently. They live life depending different. They live according to different ways and all that. You maybe know this from your country or nation where you're from, that in the north of the country people are acting this way, they are talking like this, they have this behavior, and in the south they are just the opposite. They have this and that, they are doing like that, maybe they are more happy, they are more angry and all that. You can't say this word there because this word means something else. You know the deal I mean saying. In different locations in your nation, people are different. So in Stockholm, no one wears a cap. I can tell you that. I, who am from the south, so to say, you can refer to us maybe as the south in the United States. Not redneck-ish, but a little bit and more farmers-ish. And so to say, in Stockholm it's more like you go to New York. You don't go to New York with dirty jeans with holes in them, t-shirt, sweater that has stains on it and so on. You can do that at home, perhaps in your own little town, or so to say, because there other people do it and it's normal. They are thinking, oh, he has just been working, but in New York they might say that is a poor, lousy, filthy person. Kind of the same in Stockholm. In Stockholm everyone is, I'm not gonna say everyone is rich, but they are more well dressed. So I went up to Stockholm with my running shoes, my blue jeans, my blue t-shirt, my was it purple-ish jumper, sweater, and a black cap where it said Volvo. Swedish stereotype. So yeah, I went to Stockholm with a cap where it said Volvo in a thick jacket and bright yellow backpack, like a normal person here in the south of Sweden. Went to Stockholm like that. Got some eyes on me, but I'm a person that says, I don't care, you can stare all you want, I'm staring at you too, I think you look funny. I'm not one that gets embarrassed if people are looking at you. I just think it's funny or amusement. So I went to the train station when I was getting home. I was rebooking my ticket since I was done now earlier than we have thought, and I had to wait a little bit for the train. So in the train station, of course, there's a McDonald's, and I hadn't eaten anything since breakfast, and breakfast I ate at 06:45, 07, something like that in the morning, and it was now 12 in the midday. 12:00 or 12:100. I have no idea how to pronounce it, but yeah, it had gone some hours. So I went into McDonald's, I stand in line, and when I got to the counter there was this 16, 17 young blonde, nice looking girl with lots of makeup and all that. Yeah, stereotypes for working at fast food restaurants and all that. They want good looking persons and all that to like attract customers. So I I asked her a little bit a little bit what's the word? I was relaxed. I was just standing there, looking like a tall, big person, because I had this thick jacket that I had made me look like a real beef person. So I was just standing there with my cap and all that. I was like, right, what do I have that is feeding me the most? What can make me the least hungry, so to say? What do you have that yeah, has the most food in it? So she was like, oh, turns around, we had this New York Supreme, something like that. And I was, it was a 160 grams big burger with everything on it and all that. I was like, alright, 2 of those. And she was like, standing completely still with a big O on her face, question mark, and she's looking at me. 2? Are you serious? And I was like, all relaxed. Yeah, 2. I want 2. She was like, okay. And then she walked over to where the ready hamburgers are in the package. She was showing me showing me the package of it. It's this big. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's fine. I can take 2. She was like, okay, but we only have 1 of those. We have 2 tasties and 2 other brands. And I was like, take 1 of it. Wait, take 1 of each. So she was laying that on my plate, on my board or plate, something like that. And she asked, do you want something else to it? With this weird voice. And I said, yeah, medium Coke wouldn't be too bad. And she did that. Do you want some fries for that? With this, like, she wants, oh, do you want some 5 feet tall Subway sandwich? Do you want a wedding cake? You know, when they're getting a little bit ironic or sarcastic about everything they do. So they talk about French fries or fries there. I was like, nah, it's good. I can take those later. She was like, oh. She gave me all that. I bought it, sat down, eat it up, and then just I ate it up faster than a mediocre woman there. Mediocre, I mean a 40-year-old woman there at Burger and McDonald's had one of those just normal burgers, you know, for like $2 perhaps, $1.50, $2, where it's just a burger, 2 buns, a lettuce, and maybe 1 little slice of tomato. That's it. She was sitting there with that little thing in front of me, diagonally in front of me at the table, eating that. So, take a little bite, putting it down, chewing it, looking around, thinking, then taking up carefully and doing the same thing. I was just wrapping up my package, rip off the lid, put it on the bottom of it so it wouldn't take so much place, grabbing a full burger, putting it, like smashing it in my mouth, taking a big bite, chew it, swallow, and then continue this all day. And I ate those 2 burgers at the same time that she was finished with her little one. So I was just wipe my mouth, do that, done, pack it, and go away. I can just see how everyone stared at me. Yeah, we're big boys from the south like to have some real meat on our food. Kind of. So yeah, that was a fun experience at McDonald's in Stockholm. And yeah, the pilot testing. So now you know how my tryout or testing went, and you got a little fun thing there also. I can also tell you this one. At the hotel, kind of hotel, it's hotels for backpackers, more to say. Where I stayed, they had a bathroom, of course, but a mirror in the bathroom. The edge of the mirror, the top edge of the mirror, ended in my chest height. So if I wanted to see my chin, my nose, my head at all, I had to bend down or like squat a little bit to see myself, so to say, in the mirror. So yeah, the price had increased at that location since the last time I was there, but the mirrors had decreased apparently. They're compensating with something somewhere. It's always like that. But yeah, that was it for this time. I hope you enjoyed my little story, and if you have some of these experiences yourself, like people you going to a different place, people are acting different, but you're doing the same thing, your usual thing, and everyone's like staring at you, looking at you and all that, or a fun experience from traveling, or if you have done some of these pilot tests as well, just let me know. Comment in the sections below, send me a PM or so if you want to, and I'll answer to them as fast as I can. But till the next video of whatever I make, take care of each other now, and bye bye then.